Okay, so I've decided before I go in the house while I'm out here, I'm just want to give y'all a quick little tour of what I have done up here in my front yard, where we were having issues with the grass. So what I did was I just made a little garden area out of it. Just give you a quick little tour, show you some of my plants. This is my oh, it's a cherry tree. I'm trying to think of the exact name for it, but anyway, it's a cherry tree. I've had it maybe about 3 years, maybe. I don't know when it'll get cherries on it, but I've had to fence in my plants to try to keep the deer from eating them. And this fencing isn't high, and I got it from Amazon, but it seems to be doing the trick. It seems to be deterring them. Because when I just leave my flowers out in the open, they just make a smorgasbord of everything. And that's very depressing when you spend all your time and energy trying to fix up your yard and they just come and eat it. And some of my deer repellents have stopped working, but I think I have 4 in all. But I think I actually have 3 of them now that are working, but I'm not going to take them up. I'm going to leave them out. Recently, I did turn them off for a few days so they could recharge, and I think that helps some. Um, but this is here. Oh, something almost flew in my ear. Here are some of my plants. These are some right here. I think they're dianthus, but they kind of remind me of the tall phlox. And I just think they're so pretty. And I have some down there in the other part of um, my garden in front of the house. I haven't planted these yet. There's 8 there in that tray. When I went to Lowe's last week, they had 16, and I bought both trays. And I planted everything except for these right here. I'm gonna have to keep this short because I feel insects biting me. They tear me up when I'm out here, and I break out in knots. So, just give you a quick little tour. This is my Florida Flame azalea that a friend gave me. And even though I covered it when the weather got cold again, the cold weather still killed all of the buds except for 2. So I only had 2 little honeysuckle-like blooms to bloom on it. But I was happy to see those. These 2 peonies here that I moved, they didn't do too well. Especially that one right there. It looked like this little growth is stunted. And this one grew some, but neither one of these have bloomed. But my other 2 down there in front of the house, oh, they were full of blooms, especially one of them. Anyway, I did some research, and it was saying that they're either, these 2 here, the reason they're not growing, it may be because they're planted too deep, or they may just be in shock from the move. So I may have to move these in the fall. Okay, then I've got some calla lilies, some that I already had, and some that some friends gave me. This is one right here that I think is yellow that some friends gave me last year, and I planted it here. These are my red ones here that I had down there in my flower bed in front of the house, and I had them. They were too close to a whole lot of other plants, even though they grew and they bloomed well, but the other plants were just smothering them. So I moved them up here. And I got some of my roses up here that I had down there in front of the house. They were too close together, and some of the buds were dying before they could bloom. So I've moved a lot of them up here, and they're doing good. This I like to call peppermint rose because of the red and white stripe lights on it. And a really sweet family gave me this, some of my friends last year in my congregation. And I planted it out here, and it's doing really good. That's one of my dogwood trees I planted a couple of years ago, and it's looking scraggly because the deer kept eating the leaves off of it. So this one right here don't really have any branches. It's just a stick sticking up out of the ground with leaves because the deer kept eating it. But now, at least with it fenced in, they're not eating it, the leaves. And here's another one right over here. This is the nicest looking one. Well, of these two. I do have another one that's over there in my garden sitting area. And it's just finally looking like a dogwood tree. And then I've got, that's my mint that I have right there in that little brown container. It was on the porch because the label said it likes shade, but it wasn't doing too well up there. It's doing better out here, but I have to make sure I keep it watered. So, that's it for now. I gotta go inside. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.